What's going on, keepers? I'm Kane and this is Noodle. And today, we got a lot of catching up to do. I have to admit, I've fallen quite behind on the videos, but it's just been wild. There's been so much going on, so much that I can't even get it all caught up in this video. But in the meantime, what we can get you caught up on is some new snakes we unboxed, some new eggs that laid and hatched, and some new pets we got that aren't reptiles. So stick around and see what we've got in store. Double trouble today. I know I just got a steak, but what can I say? I've been burning it up. So we got two more right here. Both of these are breeder females. So first up, we got one from Kaylin from Morphorium. I probably butchered that. So this is a breeder female. Oh yes. This big mama right here. So this is a banana clown female. She's a big breeder female. I think said over 2,200 grams. And one thing I like is the got a little bit of stuck shed, but hey, I get stuck shed on my animals too. No big deal. I like how dark the yellow is still in the dorsal stripe, or the open back, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this girl is just a beauty and a big old female. I can't remember if I just said that or not, but I think they said she's about 2,200 grams. So this girl will definitely be in our breeding project for next year. What's going on, everybody? We just got back from the East Tennessee Aquatic Association fall market. You may have seen, we've talked about it before. When we stocked our 10-gallon, we got all those plants and fish. Well, we just went back, so let's check out our haul. We got some cool stuff. So for starters, we got some more trout goodies. Now, if you remember, the first set we got didn't work out too well because our tank wasn't established enough. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to put these in my mom's tank because it's very well established, and let her enjoy them until we get our building set up so that we can get some off of her. And we also got a bunch of snails. We got, let's see, 7 snails for $5. This right here is a killer deal. This is a $20 bag of Bloody Mary shrimp. They're just red shrimp. But man, there's like 30 or so shrimp in here at least. I mean, it's packed full. So we're going to put a few of the snails and all the shrimp into our little 10-gallon tank. It's covered up by the dog food right now, but we'll show it later. And then the thing that we got that I'm super excited about is, you see that little shrimp right there? These are volcano shrimp. And this is a half water, half salt setup. You don't have to do any maintenance on it. You don't have to feed them. You can do like 2 water changes a year. You can see the little ones darting around there, and they live sealed in this little tank. It's pretty awesome. So up next, number 2. This one is from Brian. I gotta quit trying to read people's names. Cosentino, I think. It's Just Cuz Reptiles. One thing I want to give a shout out to him for, he was actually super cool. We all know that there's been some FedExes closing down and different things. And I guess he got to his and was ready to ship her out. And when he got there, they have actually quit receiving reptiles at the one he normally goes to. So he called me immediately and, you know, was real apologetic and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, man, it's cool. I was like, I just appreciate that he immediately got a hold of me. And I was already getting a snake the next week anyway, so we lined it up to get it this week. And yeah, so I just really appreciated that. Got the business card right there. Right. And I think he said this girl was around 2,000 grams as well. this girl, oh yeah. Yeah, see, she's a good sized girl. This girl is a phantom clown, and she is real pretty. She's bred for him, and she said she eats good and all that stuff. She's actually getting built back up from laying this year. So this will be another girl in our breeding program. And both of these girls, you know, we don't have names for them yet. So if you have any name suggestions for us, let us know. Oh, this girl's all exploratory. She's ready. She's ready to be out of there. She's a pretty girl too. I'm excited to have it. I don't know why Mystic is so underrated, but I think Mystic's awesome because the super doesn't make a white snake, even though it's in the blue-eyed leucistic complex. And for a visual clown female, I mean, they can't beat it. Alright, so we're going to introduce the snails that we're keeping into this aquarium along with the shrimp. So we'll go ahead and do the snails first. Alright, so we got our 5 little mystery snails right here. We'll go ahead and drop those in there, and they will make themselves at home. And then we're going to switch over to the shrimp. Well, this is some crazy news. I'm guessing you see this here, and you see we're in the quarantine room. So maybe you're putting 2 and 2 together here? I think I've mentioned it in a video. I don't know if I had not, but there's one girl in this whole collection that hadn't been eating since we picked up this collection. Well, I guess now we know why. So, to my surprise, completely unexpected, we see these in here today. This girl laid 5 eggs for us. Pretty good size eggs too. Like, that is a honker of an egg. I was hoping they'd be more of a clump. So this girl is a pastel lesser, and we wasn't expecting any eggs from her, and didn't really want the eggs. Not that she's not a pretty girl or these aren't appreciated, but it just wasn't something we were looking to work with. And also the other thing is, we don't really know what was paired to her. I'm guessing it was one of these 3 males in this collection. So our options are either a lesser clown, which I hope that's what it was, since she's a lesser pastel. Maybe we can get some super lessers, get some bells, solid body snakes. The other 2 options are the yellow belly inchy het pied or the double het clown albino, which either one of those would not be too optimal. So I was hoping these were going to be more stuck in a clump, because I was going to not pull them apart and just leave them together. But I mean, they're basically already apart, so we'll just go ahead and finish the job there. So no big deal. I was going to leave them all in one clump. But what I still might do, since this is a different clutch, is we may not cut these. We may just let them pip and crawl out on their own. You know, everybody says to do that, and since this isn't a clutch I intended for, and it kind of happened out of the blue, and you know, why not try something new? But they are some big, healthy eggs, so that's awesome. At least I love big eggs, because that usually means good, big, healthy babies. But yeah, this was completely unexpected, crazy surprise. Now we know why that girl went eating, and she blessed us with an unexpected clutch. So, clutch number 6 for this year. Now we're going to put our Bloody Mary shrimp in there. Now, I know the tank, there's a lot of mold in there and a lot of buildup, and it may look dirty. I could do some gravel vacuuming, but really that mold is really beneficial sometimes. the fish snack on it. It kind of helps filtrate the water. There's a lot of benefits into it. Just look up mulm for aquariums. But yeah, that's pretty exciting. Now we have a ton of shrimp and snails in our little aquarium, and it's just been doing good. This thing coasts along. Honestly, we barely even do water changes on it. We mostly just top it off, and it's just been coasting. Oh, here we go. Clutch number 7 of the year. And this will definitely be the last clutch of the year. Oh, and you know what? We got our first ever slug. I've never had a slug until now. Ha! How funny is that? So, 7 eggs, 1 slug. This took me 3 years in the last clutch of the year. And I finally got my first slug. I've never gotten one. Good job, girl. I think she feels, oh yeah, she ain't got nothing left in her. Cool, good deal. Good job, Stormy. Well, we got all of our eggs sorted out here, and unfortunately this wasn't a very good clutch. Now, looking at it right off, you're like, okay, you got 7 eggs, 1 slug. First slug ever. We'll feed that to our Tegu Jag. But anyway, so these 3 eggs right here have real strong veins and a good embryo. This one has kind of weak veins, and I could kind of see an embryo. These 3 we couldn't really see anything in. But I always believe incubate until there's no debate. Eggs can mold right against each other, and the mold on the bad egg will not hurt the good egg. It's been disproven time and time again. So there's no harm in leaving them in there. They're not going to hurt the other eggs. And I noticed, I hadn't said this in a while, so I figured we'd explain it. If you're wondering why we put crosses on top of our eggs, you always face the embryo up in the egg so it doesn't drown in the egg. And most people just put a little mark on there in case it rolls around or something they can see and level it back out. And so we figured why not go ahead and put a cross on there. So anyway, 7th clutch this year. Not a great clutch, looking like 4 good eggs and then 3 bad ones. But we'll see how that turns out. But I mean, hey, for the clutches that I've had this year, if there was going to be one to go bad, this would probably be one I picked, because this is mostly just show stuff, nothing cutting edge here. This is banana pod to pied, so we should get half pieds, half banana pods, you know, odds wise. I mean, we could get all one or the other, it just depends. But yeah, so this was pudding to Stormy. And Stormy laid for us last year. I think I didn't get enough locks in, I think that's why I didn't do so well. But this was laid on 10/22/25. And it should hatch around 12/21/25, making our 7th clutch for this year. Can't complain, man. Great year. Alright, everyone. I appreciate you watching today's video. And as I said in the beginning, we're behind on recording. We're behind on everything. It's just been crazy. There's been a lot going on. Rest assured, we haven't went anywhere. We just took a little snooze for a minute. But stay around, because we are going to be getting caught up on some things. I plan on doing a video on those volcano shrimp we got. Those are so cool. And, well, I'll just go ahead and tell you. We did our first show, if you hadn't already seen the short we put out. And it went great, but we're not going to cover that in this video either. And we're getting ready to do another show. I will go ahead and tease that. It will be November 8th through 9th at the Repticon in Knoxville, Tennessee. But yeah, there's just been a lot going on, a lot going on. We've got more animals on the way, and we've got more eggs about to hatch, and the season is just in full blast, and I'm loving it. So anyway, before I make an end of the episode, just remember, your hobby can bring you joy, but only Jesus can bring you peace. Hope to see y'all in the next one.